Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy
We obviously talked a little
Hawk.
bit about your situation already, but for the sake of the listeners, could you sort of give me a little brief story of where you're at now and what's transpired in your recent history?
So, I met my husband about, say, like 4 years ago, and we got married a year ago in 2023, New Year's Eve. But we had like the most fabulous life before we got married and traveled and did everything. And we were like going to parties, and we were like the party people and the couple that everyone wanted to know. And within the past year, our entire life has changed. Uh, he's become paralyzed, like out of nowhere. He didn't like succumb to an injury or anything like that. He woke up one day and just couldn't move. And so we're just trying to figure out our new normal at this point.
Yeah, that is so crazy. I don't think I've ever heard that before where someone just wakes up one morning paralyzed and the doctors
Yeah.
just have no idea why.
So he has a condition called Devic, Devic disease. And it's basically when your body is attacking itself, like your entire central nervous system is under attack. And he is a paraplegic. He can move his arms and move his neck, but he has no control over his spinal cord or his bottom region, like from the waist on down, nothing. And I've gone from being this person that was completely obsessed about my husband to I don't even recognize him anymore. Like we were intimate like several times a day, often, and now we sleep in beds that are next to each other and can't have any intimacy or anything like that. And I'm his caretaker.
Yeah, that sounds pretty difficult. So, could you give me a little background on your history, like before you met your husband, like maybe in your romantic history, as an adult, your romantic history?
Okay, so you're gonna laugh. You're gonna get a lot of laughs. Um, Before I met him, I'm learning now through therapy that this didn't just start with me, but I was like very hypersexual.
Hmm.
I was actually married to a woman. I thought I was a lesbian for like 10 years. And I pretty much ran the gamut and dated everyone. And now, not so much. I met him and it kind of stopped everything. I didn't even meet him on purpose. It's so wild, like how I met him. I went out to a lounge one evening and just said, I was in between relationships and I said, I'm going to take myself out tonight. And it was like Monday night football at the lounge, and he was arguing against my team from New York, and I was arguing with him, and that argument turned into a marriage.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what are your greatest struggles? Obviously, you said there's no intimacy, which is really hard. You said you went from being completely obsessed to now you're his caretaker, you're his nurse. So tell me what are the big pain points in your relationship now?
So the big pain points are, for the most part, it's we can't relate on everyday matters anymore because he's homebound. So we can't just come home from work at the end of the day and talk about, hey, what did you see outside today? Or what did you do today? Or who did you encounter? We don't have those types of interactions anymore. And then we don't have the intimacy. We don't have like the touch or anything like that. And if I'm being completely transparent with you, he has a catheter. So we can't even begin to think about like what we would do physically. So we're just friends now, really good friends, and it's kind of hard.
Hmm. Okay, so I want you to take me back to I know that you dated women for 10 years. So it's this might be really random, but I want you to we're going to look at all the characteristics of your past partners. Let's look at the patterns maybe in the more negative parts of these partnerships that you've attracted over your adulthood. If you could say maybe the top 3 or 4 similarities with your exes.
I would think um, I could pretty surely say that I have a tendency to become attached to people that are needy, people that like my family always says like you always want to save people. Like I look at their potential, people that never deliver, but I always want to save and help people. And I have been in really domestic violent situations. I tend to become attracted to people and then become the person that they want me to be. And it's not necessarily who I am or who I see myself as. It's just like I kind of just fall into it. Like I'm been a very I've been manipulated a lot.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you're easily manipulated?
I think it's because I had I had really, really good providers and caretakers as a child, but I always wanted to like I never really felt loved. And I think I tend to put on to other people what I always felt like I was missing from myself.
And what do you feel like you're missing?
Just, I want to feel validated. Like, I want to feel like I literally become these people that I get into relationships with. It's weird because it's like I have dumbed myself down for people. I have become promiscuous in these really crazy sexual situations. I've turned into the person that I was dating, and after the fact I can look at it and say, why did you do that? But in the moment I don't know why. I
Well,
don't
why do you,
see why.
if you were to guess, why do you feel like you turn into the person you're dating? Just a guess.
I want them to like me.
Mm.
I want to feel accepted, honestly.
So you want them to like you and you want to feel accepted, and you feel by doing that you have to turn into them.
Yeah, but in the moment I don't see it. But I fall into it so easily. And I think the reason that I fell so hard for my husband is because he didn't require any of that from me. He was the one off. He didn't require any of that. He just said I laid it on the table for him and I said, look, I'm a mixed bag of tricks. I don't know if you really want to ride this ride. And he said, well, we all have issues. So I mean, bring it on. And he's never judged me or said anything about it. And that's why I'm so conflicted about where we are right now because we've been in this situation with his new diagnosis and I love him to pieces. I really, really do, but there's a part of me that feels extremely guilty because I'm missing what we used to have and I don't want to go and seek someone else, but there is a huge part of our relationship that's lacking. So I'm mixed up in the head right now.
And you're feeling guilty for wanting more.
I'm feeling so beyond super guilty.
Mm.
So guilty. But I have like 75% of my needs are not being met. But
Mhm.
I just go through the motions every day because that's what a good wife is supposed to do.
Hmm. Okay. So what I like to do, I want to take you through a process where we're going to find the belief, the source for these emotions that you're feeling, the reason why you turn into the person that you're dating. Would it be okay if we take a peek into your subconscious and find where the beliefs lie, what the belief is, and to emote the emotion that comes with the event?
I'm open to it, but I don't even know if I know what it is.
Well, you don't know with your conscious mind, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going to utilize your subconscious mind, if that's
Okay.
okay with you.
Okay.
Because I always ask for permission if it's okay to let go of some of this pain.
I mean, I want to know, like, I mean, I've been trying to, talk to my mom and figure out like some of the generational curses and things like that. And she's let me know a lot of things, and
So
it
I want
seems like
yeah, but I want to know if it's okay if we access it now because I'm going to bypass your conscious mind because you're trying to figure it out with these faculties and you'll never find it out that way because your conscious mind is not your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind forgets nothing. It knows all things.
okay.
So are you willing? Are you wanting to
Um,
let this pain go?
I do.
So what is that look on your face when you went,
No, like I kind of do. I've never known how.
well, if I,
I'm
well, what I'm
interested.
saying is if I show you now, if I take you now, are you willing
Okay,
and open to do so?
I'm open. I'm willing.
So close your eyes, make your spine straight, and I want you to feel the earth rising up to support you. That's right. And I want you to become aware of a big energy bubble above your head, a big, healthy, healing energy bubble right above your head. And I want you to connect to this. And in fact, I want you to give it a color, any color that feels healing, that feels soft and loving. First impression, what color?
Babe.
Beige. Okay, beautiful. I want you to connect to that beige colored bubble above your head. And I want you to see the top of your head like a moonroof and allowing that moonroof to open to receiving this loving, healing energy coming down through the top of your head. I want you to see it filling your entire body all the way down to the cellular level as it moves down, down, down. I want you to see it filling both right and left hemispheres of your brain, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. As it moves down, I want you to see it moving deeper and deeper and deeper on a cellular level, filling your body with this relaxing, loving, healing energy. As it moves down your throat, as it moves down to your shoulders, as it moves down your arms to your elbows, your wrists, and your fingers, filling each and every cell, filling your heart center, allowing it to open your heart to receiving this beige healing energy, allowing it to move on a deeper layer into every organ and muscle, every strand of DNA, RNA, all the way down to your epigenetics, moving down, 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 down to your belly and your hips and your knees, all the way down to your feet, putting your body in this relaxed, beautiful, healing, energetic state. And I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to exhale that energy out to creating like a bubble all around you. So you're held in this beautiful beige bubble, holding your entire body in this healing, loving state.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to have you tune into your body. I want you to go deep inside of your body and I want you to connect to those words that you were speaking to me earlier when you said that you become like your partners because you want to be accepted and loved. You become like them because you want to feel accepted and loved. You attract
Mm-hmm.
and domestic, you attract a lot of domestic violence because you fall into whatever pattern they have going on. So I want you to look inside of your body and I want you to identify that there's a place in your body where these emotions are stored, where they seem to be stemming from originally. First impression, I want you to take your hand and place it on that area.
It's in my chest.
And what color is that first impression?
It's dark.
It's dark. That's right. So I
Yeah.
want you to go into that dark energy, okay? I want you to go right into the middle of it. And as you do, I want you to see, recognize, become aware that from that, there is a screen projecting out from that dark spot. And it's actually projecting out from your body. And from there, allow that screen that's being projected out from that area to become clearer and clearer and clearer. And I want you to connect to this because this is the very first moment, memory that you felt these emotions. So I want you to allow that image to get very clear until you can recognize and identify this event or series of events. Let me know when you've got that.
It was when my dad left,
Okay, perfect. Do you, what age are you? First impression in this image?
like 7, 6.
6 or 7. Perfect. Are you alone or are you with someone?
Like I was I was I was alone. Like I was alone. Like I was around other people. Like my mom would leave me other people with other people, but they weren't really around. I was alone. I didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want you to allow that 6 or 7 year old version of you to become very clear. I want you to see her vividly. I want you to recognize, what is she wearing? What is she doing? Where is she at? I want you to allow that image to get very, very clear. And I want you to notice what you notice, see what you see, smell what you smell. Whatever is going on around this 6, 7 year old version of you, I want you to allow it to get very clear. And I want you to see her in that dark bubble. And I want you to actually move into that dark bubble with her. And I want you
I
to,
don't I don't I don't I don't I don't I don't know if I want to go there. It was really lonely.
well, what if I told you that we are going to take the emotional sting from her? We're going to allow it to move out of her because she's still holding on to it.
My parents were so good at maintaining a good facade that they would make sure that everything looked good on the outside, but like they weren't taking care of me. Like I remember
Well,
I,
can
I was at
stay,
I was
stay,
at a I was at
hold,
a
hold on,
I was
hold on,
at a
hold on, hold on, hold on, Nicole. Stay in the moment. I want you to stay with her because we are coming back for her to allow this pain to be removed from her. Is that okay?
I it's okay. I remember it really clearly. I remember it.
So
I
I
was
want, so
I was at a dance recital and and my parents didn't show up for me. I've been taking dance classes for a long time and they didn't show up for me. And I was backstage about to do this recital and like all of my friends had like parents and family there and my parents paid for everything, but they didn't show up and I was scared and I felt really alone and it's only a dance recital, but for me it was like a big deal. Like I just wanted somebody to show up for me and it just it's set in motion like a series of feelings that nobody's ever going to be there for me, and that's how I just kept feeling.
so no one is ever going to be there for her? Is
that
that the
that's
belief?
that's yeah, yeah, nobody's ever going to show up for me,
What else
so
is
I
she
have to
believe?
do things to make
What else? What
I
else?
have to do things to make people like me.
Mm-hmm. What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
That I'm ugly, that I'm not worth anybody taking care of me, that I'm not worth anybody's time.
Hmm. You're not worth anyone else's time?
No, I'm not worth anybody else's time.
What else is she believing about herself right here in this moment?
I mean that why do I why do I even have to care about myself if nobody else cares about me? I mean, nobody can't even spend time with me, so just I might as well just not care about myself.
What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
I don't know that people are not good people. You can't trust anybody. Can't trust anybody. People are not good people. They're never who they say they are. Like you can't trust people.
Can't trust people?
Yeah,
Why can't she trust people?
because nobody ever does what they say they're gonna do. So just don't trust people.
No one does what they say they're going to do.
Yeah, yeah.
What else is she believing about life right now?
I mean, you have to hold on to anybody that wants to pay you some sort of attention because you never know what tomorrow holds. So nobody's really who they say they are. And so just don't believe anything that anybody shows you. Just you have to do whatever you have to do whatever you can to make people attracted to you, and you have to do everything and just be a good person, be a good girl, and maybe somebody will recognize that you might be worth something.
So you have to do everything you can to make people like you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if it's stuff that you don't want to do, just do it anyway.
Mhm. Does she want to keep these beliefs? Does she want to keep the
No,
belief that she's
no,
ugly and she's not worth anyone's time and that she can't trust people? Does she want to keep all these beliefs or would she like to change them?
no. She really wants to change them. She wants to see that there's a better side in life and in the world, but she's scared because every time that she tried to, everybody always let her down. So she wants to change really, really bad, but she's scared.
So she's scared to change?
Yeah, because she doesn't change is tricky because you don't know what's on the other side. So sometimes you just continue dealing with what you see or what you've been dealing with, and it's easier to deal with the bad stuff than it is to look at something different because you don't know what's on the other side. So it's kind of scary. But she wants to change really, really bad.
Well, I want you to give her a choice because we can't change these beliefs without her say. She's got to ask herself. I want you to ask her if these beliefs serve her or if she wants to let them go.
She wants to let them go really, really bad. She just
Okay.
doesn't know how.
Okay. Well, I want you to let her know that you've come all the way back from the future to shift these beliefs for her if she's willing. That's right. Let the emotions come up. Let them come up. I want you to tell her that you've come all the way back to take this pain from her because she's been carrying it a long time.
I want to
And
hold her hand so bad and tell her that she doesn't have to be scared.
I want you to
But
tell her that. I want you to grab her hand. I want you to scoop her up in your arms. I want you to look deep into her eyes. And I want you to tell her that you are taking all this pain from her. Like threading a needle, you are going to move through that pain until it's dissolved because all it takes is 90 seconds to dissolve pain and that you're not going to resist it, but you are here to help her. I want you to tell her how special she is. I want you to tell her that she's beautiful, that she's perfect, that there is nothing she needs to change about herself because she has done nothing wrong. I need you to keep your eyes closed. Stay in it. Stay contained. This is your chance to allow her to feel these feelings so they could pass. You're going to feel them for her so that they can leave your body because she has been carrying these a long time. And it's time for these painful emotions to go
she was
because
so scared. She was so scared. She didn't deserve to be that scared.
I want you to
Everybody
tell
always
her,
thought because my parents always made everything look good on the outside, and they just threw money at us, and they just thought that because they dressed us well and we went to private schools and all this stuff that everything was okay. But really, I was so hurt. I just wanted their time. I wanted their affection.
mm-hmm,
And then
yeah,
it just made me a messed up person. I'm so sorry for that little girl. She didn't deserve any of this.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She didn't deserve any of it. She
I want to
deserved to
hug her
have,
so tight. I want to hug her so tight and tell her that it's not her fault.
Yeah. What else? What else do you
And
want to tell her?
it's not her fault. She didn't deserve it. She was beautiful. There was nothing wrong with her. She did everything to try to be perfect. And it's not her fault that nobody noticed it, but she should have never felt like she needed validation from anybody.
Hmm.
And nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that I
I
needed
want
another
you to
person to tell me I was good.
I want you to tell her now. I want you to tell her right now. And I want you to speak it to her in the way that she can receive it, in a way that will be meaningful and she can receive it from you. Is she believing you as you tell her all these things?
I think she wanted to hear it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was never your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It was never your fault. You are perfect. Nothing's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with you. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be a Black girl living in an urban community and liking rock music and liking heavy metal and being artistic and drawing stuff that other people can't understand. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can be that person. Doesn't make you weird or crazy or stupid. It just makes you unique and different, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever gave me that, and I feel like I should have never felt like I needed it, but
Well,
I want to tell her that it's okay.
I want you to give her that beige bubble. And I want you to let her know that this beige bubble is a gift from you to her, and that anytime she needs to get a hold of you and
Okay,
she cries out to you, that you will come back for her.
okay, that's fair.
Yes. So I want you to shrink her to the size of a postage stamp or smaller, and I
Mm-hmm.
want you to place her inside of your heart. That way you will both be connected forevermore. And anytime she needs to get a hold of you, I want you to come up with some sort of code that she can let you know that she is hurting and she needs you. Come up with that, sign that signal. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So take a deep breath in, filling her inside of your heart, connected to that beige bubble, coming back into the body, coming back into the moment. Taking a deep breath and batting your eyes open when you're ready.
Okay, okay. I'm bringing it together.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Um, I actually don't feel bad. I feel like I let something go.
Well, you did.
I feel like I let something go.
Yeah, you did. And tell me what you feel like you let go.
I feel like I was carrying around this bubble of anger, like, but didn't know who to give it to. Like, but I feel like it's something that I kind of cut off, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good feeling. It's just it's different. Now I don't have anybody to be upset with, or I don't have anything to like, be regretful about. I mean,
That's right, girl.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I wish that I would have reached out to you sooner. I should probably be having like weekly sessions with you or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And you are exactly right. Each time I do a session, we are yanking. I'll tell you what's leaving you. It's suppressed emotion that's been stuck in your body a long time.
Because I
Because
don't go there.
this
I don't
because
go there.
this little girl, she was not seen, she was not heard, and she was not felt, and she still desires that.
Mm.
So if she is someone you get to become very intimate with, because she still really needs you. And if you need a guide for that, I'm here for you. You could reach out to me and we could see if you want to
I
do.
know this is not going to be the last time that we talk, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But here's what I really appreciate, Nicole. What was such a pleasure for me is that you were open. It's whenever someone's going through this for the first time, there's a certain amount of like closeness, but you let yourself go there. You and I It was so beautiful for me. I so appreciate that. That you like you were there. You were in there
No,
and you brought me in.
because I never tried to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I really
see,
appreciate
that's,
you.
yeah, I so appreciate you. I think you are just a beautiful soul. I've so enjoyed getting to know you. And you just tell me if you want to if you want to do more work together and we could talk about what
I,
that.
I, I would like to, seriously, I would like to, because I'm not the type of person that lets a lot of people in, but you did it in such a gentle way where it didn't make me feel intimidated. I've had therapy in the past where, like, I actually had a therapist fall asleep on me when I was being super vulnerable. Like, okay, I guess I don't want to do that anymore. But I said, maybe I should try again.
That makes me really mad.
Yeah, she literally like fell asleep.
That really makes me mad that I mean, here's the thing with the therapy world, and the reason why I do what I do is because I want results for my people. I don't want to
Mhm.
fuck around and have these I'm not going to talk about your problems with you. I am going to go into them to get rid of the shit that was created when in your young life. My goal is
Right,
to
right.
get you transformation, and the only way we could do that is by nurturing that baby girl.
It's just so crazy to me because I'm 43 years old and I'm just now realizing like the shit didn't just start with me and my parents were only dealing with the cards that they were dealt. And so unfortunately, they didn't mean to make me a messed up person, but I was lacking way back then, and that's why I have some of the tendencies,
You are
issues
not
that
a
I have now.
you were babe, you are not a messed up person. Please don't say that about yourself.
Well, no, I just feel like some of the issues that I have is because I have a lot of stuff that I didn't even realize impacted me when I was a kid. And I'm sure my parents didn't do it on purpose, but it's like, well, now what do I do? Like, am I going to just keep carrying this baggage or am I going to like try to work on it? And that's what I want to do. I have a 14-year-old daughter and she's a carbon copy of me. And I see some of her emotions and I don't want her to grow up to be like me. I want her to be better than me.
Well, that's the big thing with my clients too, is they end up being, coaches to their family because by
Mhm,
you healing yourself, you will heal your family. That's what happened to me,
mhm,
right? When I
mhm.
healed me and started working on the little girl within me, everyone shifted around me. So the
No,
same
you
thing
really
can
gave me
happen for
some
you.
real you gave me some realizations today that really I gotta release just now in this short time. I gotta release where it's okay for me to tell her that it's okay, she's all right, and she doesn't have to be so scared anymore because I think now after talking about this, I still carried some of that with me. I didn't know I did because I don't go there.
Hmm. Well, gosh, I wish I had more time.
No, it's
Um,
okay.
but
I would like to email you or something and see when we can maybe talk again.
yeah, that would be so wonderful. I hope you have hey, you moved a lot of energy today, so you're going to need a lot of water.
Okay.
And if you could sit in the bath, if you like baths, a salt bath
I
would
do
be
love baths, and I haven't had a bath in like maybe about a good 2, 3 weeks. I mean, I take showers every day, but I haven't actually sat in the bath like
so
for.
Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, if you have some essential oils to, let those toxins eke out because over the next 24 hours, that's what's going to be happening. So
Okay.
cry if you need to, drink water, a little bath, and I'll set up another time that we could talk if you want to look into working
That
together.
sounds like a plan. I really
Yes.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. It was such a pleasure, Nicole. It was such a pleasure.
Likewise. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. We'll see
All
you.
right. Have a good one.
You too. We'll see you soon.
All righty. Bye bye.
Bye.